the signals, goes back to throw. Now looks to take off and run. Elway inside the 10 and dives over the 5-yard line. Great play. Great play by John Elway. Just phenomenal.
Check swing roller. Tulowitzki. Colorado's the National League champion. Jokic has to put it up. Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic knocks it down. His foot was on the line. A two-pointer. What a shot.
Hello, my people. What's going on? Welcome to Talkin BS with your host with the most, Malone. Back at it again, coming to you live from a very cold Colorado day. We got some stuff to talk about today, people. We got some issues. We got some issues in Nuggets Nation. But before we get to that, make sure you go and hit the like and subscribe button down there on the bottom. Turn that bell notification on so you know when I'm going live, because I do go live sometimes, or when new videos are uploaded, including clips of the week, which is what I'm about to show you guys right now. Just make sure you go and hit that and help your boy out, man. You know, trying to get this channel popping. You feel me? So let's get it going. Also, make sure to go and check out at BoxStateBoys 303 for all content updates. That's on TikTok. I'm talking Twitter. I'm talking Instagram. I'm talking like the whole nine. All right. Go hit it up. Type in that little search bar at BoxStateBoys 303. No matter what it is, our page will pop up. So yeah, before we get into it, I love you.
He leads the NBA in points on drives and is second in drives per game.
And that's the sweet spot. You got right there, able to go up into the shot, but then you give this up on the other end of the floor. Nice pass.
And here come the Kings in transition. Fox. Inside Barnes. Got it blocked out of bounds. Joker wheels and fires, draws a foul, and counted. Cross court to Monk. 3 on the clock. Monk trying to make some lemonade out of lemons. Comes out to Herter. And the Nuggets get the stop.
They were scramble mode, and the Kings did not get a clean look.
Caldwell Pope over to Brown. A clean look from deep, and he makes it count. Strauder trying to stick with Fox. Whips it over to Bezenkov. He lost it. Loose ball, and the Nuggets come away. Monk with another productive game off the bench. He's got 19 to lead all Sacramento scorers. Jackson with a nice crossover. Jordan says it with his chest.
They've actually done a really good job against this Denver team. 3 straight triples for them coming out of the timeout.
Jackson over to Gordon for 3. That's the guy you want shooting, but he cashes out. Fox. He's too fast for that. Herter shoots the 3. Westbrook, broken up by Jackson. Watson to Brown in transition, the easy flush. Game 10, since they decided to go with Murray with a great pass that time in the alley-oop. DeAndre Jordan with a left-handed dunk. Here's Harden working with Tice, and tough pass there. Picked off by Watson. Excellent defensive player. Hits Brown for a transition 2.
Their spacing has been much better. They're really attacking that nail man, finding the right pass.
Murray into the chest of Zubats, counted and won. And he
has 8 points so far in the game for LA. Shot clock down to 5. Murray weaving through traffic, draws Zubats on the switch. Timers at 1. Murray has to let it fly, and it's good from the baseline. And then he barks at the crowd in the corner as he drills his shots on the switch. Timers at 1. Murray has to let it fly, and it's good from the baseline. Good hands by Murray. Leonard did not spot him. Murray got the steal. Now the pull-up three. In and out, but there is Porter Jr. 20 points for Paul George. His 4-3. Averages about 4 made threes per game. Oh, what a pass by Jackson to Jordan with a throwdown.
Likes this matchup.
Blocked shot that time by Watson on George. Brown in transition, goes right at Tice and gets it.
Lethal when he gets into the paint, but he lulls you off balance with those quick dribbles and gets the three.
Extra pass by Jokic and the slam by Gordon. In the first quarter, they've made 3 3-pointers in 17 tries since. Jokic blocked by Zubats, out of bounds. Denver ball with just a second remaining.
Jokic playing and carrying the load while Jamal Murray was out for 10 games. Now Jalen Green, his inside shot blocked. Jokic has it on the Houston Rockets. Who would have thought it this season with Green and Smith and Van Vliet. Murray, long range, yes!
He loves playing against Dylan Brooks. They're both good friends.
Now Brooks lost it. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. Peyton Watson. Yes! Set a foul. How did he draw it? That was in the holster, Scott Hastings, and somehow
You miss the shot, and then you give up a layup.
Over to Caldwell Pope. 2 seconds remaining. Got it. Remember that shot, folks. 10-point lead. Gordon. In the lane, put it in. Yes, and a foul.
There you go.
Murray turns the corner. Give it to Yoke. He's against Jeff Green, his old buddy. Oh, Porter for 3. Yes. And timeout. Porter. Back to Yoke. Back to Porter. Put it up and in, and a foul. Possible 3-point play for the good guys.
And the 5th foul on Brooks.
See if they can get a score here.
Another play.
Porter. Porter sidesteps. He's got a look. Got it.
There's one.
That's the way you do it.
There's one.
110 to 104.
All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. As you can see, I added the Kings game into that clip. That was just, I hadn't put it on last week's one, so I threw it on this week's. No biggie. But as you can see, we had a rough week here in Nuggets Nation. But before we get into that, I want to at least acknowledge the in-season tournament yesterday. I did watch it. I was playing a game of Fortnite at the same time with my cousin Oso. So I wasn't paying super close attention to it, but I did watch it. I did see the Lakers go up and, go up pretty big on the Pacers. So Anthony Davis finished with 41 points, 21 rebounds, 4 blocks. LeBron James, I think, had 24, and they won 123 to 109. And they are your inaugural first ever inaugural. I don't know why that word is so weird to me right now. I said it a bunch of times already. It might just be that. They're the first ever NBA Cup champions. Yeah. After the game, LeBron James was yelling at Austin Reeves, who also contributed 28 points off the bench. When Reeves was in the locker room doing media, who had the better flu game, AR or MJ? It's up for debate. Congratulations, I suppose. Congratulations are in order, whether I like them or not. Let's get into the Nuggets. This is why we're here. We're here for the Nuggets. We got some issues going on, people. We lost to the Kings. We lost to the Clippers. And then we lost to the Rockets. In 2 of those games, Nikola Jokic has not looked himself. He has missed a ton of shots. Some people speculate that it could be because of the whole political statement that he made. I'm not privy to the whole thing. I have no idea who it is that he had showed support to. I don't even know the quote, to be honest. I stay away from politics of all kinds because it leads to stress, and I'm already a stressed out person as it is. So I want nothing to do with politics. I personally don't know if that's what it is. Could be his wrist as well. Some people are speculating that. At the end of the day, none of us know. Only Nikola Jokic knows. Could be he's just in a slump, man. It could be he's just missing shots, right? Like, I mean, anybody who's ever played sports or played basketball knows. Like, there's times you just go hit the gym and like you can't make anything. Like, it's just one of those days, you know. So it is what it is. I looked it up on cleaning the glass. A couple things, right, that stood out to me. The Nuggets are 17% from corner threes over the past 3 games. 17%. That's got to change. 33% from 3-point line in general. Not very good shooting. To me, I believe that's the biggest indicator, but let's continue. The Jamal Murray stagger with Zeke Naji is a minus 19. Of all the lineups with over 40 possessions, only the Reggie, Christian Brown, KCP, Peyton Watson, and Jokic lineup is plus 27. So that's a very good lineup in the few amount of possessions they've had. Reggie, Justin, KCP, MPJ, and Jokic is a plus 30. And the starters with Reggie is a plus 9, and our regular starters are plus 6.4. Some interesting lineups I looked up while Jokic is off the floor. Reggie, CB, Julian Strother, P. Watt, and Zeke, surprisingly, right? I don't think anybody would guess this, is a plus 21 in their 38 possessions together. Reggie, CB, Strother, P. Watt, and Zeke. It's a versatile lineup, right? I mean, you got size, you got length, you got switchability, you got some shooting with Straw in there and Reggie holding it down. That is one of them lineups that at the beginning of the season I think was really, really killing it. And when Jamal got hurt, it threw all that stuff out. So that's another line. That's one of the lineups I'm really excited to see here. See if that positive stays a positive. Another one is the Jamal, CB, Julian Strother, P. Watt, and Zeke lineup. So basically just swapping out Jamal and Reggie with that bench unit. That's a plus 9.5 in their 21 possessions. Some shooting slump numbers here. Jokic is 30% from 3 on the season. He's taking a lot of shots, but he's not making a lot. He's also 77% from the line. He's never been a great free throw shooter, and even 77% isn't terribly off from what he normally does, but you would like to see that number improve, right? I mean, 77% is about average, but it would be nice to have that number go up. The real problem here, and I hate to do this because I love this guy, but AG, he has 22% from 3 and 55% from the line. That is horrendous. 22% from 3. Nobody is respecting his shot. They're packing the paint. It's making it harder to get into the lane and create offense. If AG is not respected from the outside, they can pack the paint all they want on Jokic. And AG just got to be better from there. There's other things you can do from the outside, right? You can, more screening, more cutting. But the thing is just in the Nuggets offense, I just don't think there's a lot of I feel like AG's role has been so refined, right? That if his normal stuff isn't going in, right? His wide open threes, his backdoor cuts while Jokic is getting all the attention, that type of offense from him, it's really hard to get it going. So AG's just got to hit those shots, man. At the end of the day, that's all I can come up with. After watching all these games, I watched the Rockets game twice. I think I watched the Kings game twice. And at the end of the day, man, that's the biggest issue, I believe, is AG has just got to hit his shots, man. P. Watt comes in. He's been actually doing really good. I'm impressed with P. Watt. His defensive playmaking is a whole other level. He's doing great. He's really doing good defensively. He's 95th percentile on some defensive metric. I forgot what it was, but he's like one of the best in the league. The thing is, he is shooting 15% from three. Another interesting number here is Julian Strawther is actually only 30% from three. As much as people are clamoring for him to come in so that he could space the floor and stuff, he's not having a great he doesn't have great markers on that. I mean, it's going to bounce back, though, I believe. Straw is just – he's a natural shooter. He's a natural scorer like that. So I'm sure that's going to bounce up. But, you know, just some thoughts on that. We have some interesting lineups we can go to. Some stuff I want to see. I really want to see more of the Reggie, Christian Brown, Julian Strawther, P. Watt, and Zeke lineup. I also feel like if Zeke is going to play over DJ, if it was me, I would have no issue with swapping DJ and Zeke on a nightly basis. To me, that was always the plan, right? When a team has a big guy, like an Andre Drummond type as their backup center, that's when you bring in a guy like DJ. If you're going against a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Houston Rockets, should have used Zeke Naji. I feel like we're doing a disservice to him. I feel like Zeke is better than what he's showing, but he doesn't have the opportunity to show anything because of the role that we have him in. A lot of people, a lot of good friends of mine on Twitter contest that Zeke is a 4 playing 5. At the end of the day, he has quick feet. He can guard on the perimeter. He's a big guy. Just because he's tall doesn't mean he's a center. I just think we're playing him out of position. But at the end of the day, that's what the Nuggets need, right? We need a guy who can do all the stuff that we're asking of Zeke. If he can't fulfill that, then we need to find somebody else who can. And as much as I hate to say that, because I do like Zeke a lot and I like his game, and I think he can be very good in the right circumstances, right? Shout outs to Audie. I saw Audie tweet Zeke Naji would be really good on the Pacers. If we could get Isaiah Jackson back, that would be great. I agree, right? Somebody like Isaiah Jackson, I think, would be really cool here. And I think Zeke Naji would fit seamlessly with the Pacers. There's a lot of teams, I think, that if he went on and he was used in a different way, I think he could be I don't think he's a star. I don't think he's a starter. I don't think he's like a great bench guy. Could he be a little bit better, right? A few more opportunities on the perimeter, wide open threes and stuff, corner threes. I think he can knock those down, at least at like a 35 to like 40% clip maybe. Also giving him opportunities to guard, more perimeter guys. The problem with having him guarding on the perimeter so much and then asking him to get rebounds is sort of ridiculous, just because as a big man, you're supposed to be down low, boxing your guy out and getting ready for those boards. You can't ask a guy to guard a little guy on the perimeter, run down, box out the big man, get the rebound, all in one, defensive stand. So, not every play, right? Once or twice a game, sure, but like every single time, no. That's just not how basketball works. So we have a lot of issues. That's what it is, right? It's a lot of things. Jokic is going through a slump for whatever reason. I feel like the big man situation is not being utilized to the best of its abilities, right? I feel like DJ's getting put in a bad position a lot of the times because he's not supposed to play this much. I feel like Zeke should be playing more, but at the same time, he hasn't played well. I believe that backup 5 spot has been an issue for us for years, and it might be time to solve it. So I'm sure Booth is looking into it right now. So don't fret. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's get into this week's look ahead. As I'm recording this on Sunday, December 10th, we have a game tomorrow, Monday, November 11th. It is at 5:30 p.m. We are playing in Atlanta against the Hawks, who are 9-12. The Hawks right now are on their own 3-game slide and have lost 5 of their last 6 games. The last time we played Atlanta was on February 4th, 2023, to which we won 128-108. Jamal Murray in that game had 41 points. DeJounte Murray had 28. Trae Young missed that game. He was sick at the time, and it's actually kind of crazy because he's actually sick right now. But we'll see. We'll also not be seeing Jalen Johnson. He has a distal radius fracture. I have no idea what the hell a distal radius is, but hey, get better, man. He's been playing really good this year. This is also going to be the first time we get to see the Quinn Snyder Atlanta Hawks. So back when we played them in February, they were still coached by Nate McMillan. So yeah, this will be our first chance to see our old friend Quinn Snyder. He used to be the head coach for the Utah Jazz. He is now the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks, and this will be the first time we get to see how he runs that team. And in the last 5 games against Atlanta, we are 4-1. In the last 5, Nikola Jokic has averaged 19.2 points, 13.4 rebounds, and 8.6 assists. So Clint Capella is his matchup, and Clint Capella is sort of being phased out of the league. He's not really big enough to stop the biggest guys like your Embiids, your Jokic's, those guys. He's not really quick enough to guard on the perimeter, and he also does not shoot threes. He is a lob threat, and that's kind of all he does now. He can block some shots. I think he averages like 2-point-something blocks a game, right? So he's like an old school, not even old school. It is old school. It's old school compared to what the game is now, right? Where centers are passing and dribbling and all this other stuff, guarding on the perimeter and stuff like that. He's a shot blocking, rim running big man. And I just, Jokic kind of has no trouble with guys like that. So the Hawks have an interesting team. DeAndre Hunter's gotten better this year, which if you would have asked me a year ago what the key was to the Hawks getting better, I would have probably told you that DeAndre Hunter needs to step up. Well, he has stepped up, and they're 9-12. They're just not that good of a team. I think they're a perfect candidate for a consolidation trade. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. You got DeAndre Hunter. He's backed up by AJ Griffin, who was really good last year. He was at the end of the year, he was coming up on that Rookie of the Year conversation. They have Onyeka Okongwu, right? If you decide to get rid of Clint Capella, you could put Okongwu in there. Jalen Johnson has really stepped up this year. He's a good young player. So they got some pieces, man. They got a lot of good pieces. They got Bogdan Bogdanovic. He's a great scorer. So they got some options. I think a good consolidation trade there would help a lot. They also have a lot of their picks, I believe. I don't think they've really traded any of their picks other than for DeJounte. And that wasn't really that many picks, I don't believe. So as of right now, Trae Young is averaging 27 and 10. He's just ahead of Jokic in the assists. DeJounte is averaging 20 and 5, so that's probably going to be the focus as far as defending the Hawks. Those two guards are kind of the engines of their team and kind of keep them rolling. Another little interesting tidbit about the Hawks, they haven't won more than 43 games since 2015. Trae Young's been there a while. To never have won more than 2 games above 500. They, either make a consolidation trade or realize Trae is not him, right? They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals a few years back, but other than that, they really haven't accomplished anything. Tuesday, November 12th, 6 p.m., we play the Chicago Bulls in Chicago. They are 9-14. The Bulls have won 4 in a row after losing 8 of their last 9. The last game we played against the Bulls was on November 4th. Beginning of the season, the Nuggets won 123-101. This is also the game where Jamal got hurt. This is when Jamal pulled his hamstring or got hamstring tightness and had to leave the game early. This was also Colin Gillespie's first ever points in the NBA as he made a 3. As far as the injury report, Caruso is going to be out. He injured his ankle Friday against San Antonio. Zach LaVine will be out with a PRP injection in his right foot. And, of course, we will not be getting any Lonzo Ball anytime soon. He had knee surgery that he is still recovering from, and he will not be back until at least next year sometime. Over our last 5, we are 2-3 against Chicago. Surprisingly, Chicago kind of has our number. They do pretty good against us. All right, Thursday, December 14th, we play at home, finally, against the Brooklyn Nets at 7 p.m. at Ball Arena. The Nets are going to be coming off a West Coast swing after playing the Kings and the Suns, and we will be catching them on a back-to-back, on the second night of a back-to-back after they play Phoenix. The last game we played against the Nets was March 19th, 2023. The Nuggets picked up a 108-102 victory, and Nikola Jokic picked up a triple-double with 22, 17, and 10. But MPJ led the scoring department with 28 points and 9 rebounds. Jamal Murray also chipped in 25 points in that game. So Jokic had 22, MPJ had 28, Jamal had 25. In the last 5 games against them, Jokic is averaging 27.8 points, 13.8 rebounds, and 9 assists a game, and has recorded a triple-double in the last 3 meetings against Brooklyn. That is the Nick Claxton matchup. So, if you know anything about Nick Claxton, you can understand why he was able to pick up a triple-double in the past 3 meetings against them. I'm not sure if Claxton played in all 3 of those games, but I'm pretty sure he did. Claxton I like Claxton a lot, right? I think he's a very good center. I like how he plays. He's a very good perimeter defender for a big guy. He can block some shots. He can run the floor. He can catch some lobs. Like but he's almost in the mold of Clint Capella, how I was talking about earlier. He doesn't really handle too much. He doesn't shoot. He doesn't have a lot of versatility in his game. Other than on the perimeter, he's a pretty good defender for how big he is. And he gives other big guys fits. Like he does do a pretty good job of holding his own in the post, even though he's kind of a smaller guy. So Jacques Vaughn, head coach of the Nets, has been emphasizing the Nets being able to control the paint in recent matchups. And he's found success. They've found easier looks playing an inside-outside focused game. So, quote from Jacques Vaughn, "We've been really stressing trying to get the ball into the paint offensively, and it was one of those nights where there was a concerted effort for us to drive the basketball." Vaughn said Friday night after their home win against Washington, "There really was an effort for us to crash on the offensive end of the floor and rebound the basketball, which paid huge dividends for us. When you can get that many points in the paint, it really just gives you a chance to gain control of the game." I agree. So look for them to be very aggressive in the paint and trying to attack Jokic, trying to attack AG, and trying to get some good, easy paint buckets. And according to ESPN, we likely will not see Dennis Smith Jr., Lonnie Walker, or Ben Simmons for this game. Saturday, December 16th, 7 p.m., we have a home game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder will be coming to Denver after a quick trip to Sacramento. Our last game versus OKC was October 29th, 2023, and the Denver Nuggets won 128-95. Nikola Jokic in that game had a 28, 14, and 5, and MPJ dropped 20. The Nuggets shot over 40% from 3 and 34 assists. Hopefully we can get back to that. The Thunder are 29th in defensive rebounding percentage. So our front court should be able to hit the glass hard and thoroughly and out-rebound Oklahoma City pretty well. Their power forward is Jalen Williams. He is 6'5". If we do not beat them on the boards, there is no excuse for that. As far as the Josh Giddey situation, we finally got word from Adam Silver. Adam Silver was asked about it. He said, "I can't think of many circumstances where we've suspended a player based on allegations alone." And when asked by Malika Andrews, he said, "I'm not going to say never ever, but I think this is the path we're consistently followed in the past." So if you don't know, Josh Giddey was accused of having a relationship with an underage girl. Until we find out more details about it, there will be no comment, I suppose, by almost anybody about it until he's proven either innocent or guilty. I believe the league itself is doing an investigation, as well as I believe it was in Florida. I'm sure we're going to get answers here soon. Whether or not it's true or not, truth is Josh Giddey is struggling this year. He's been pretty ass. I think he's only averaging like 12 points a game. It's understandable, right? You're going through, some legal issues like this. It's understandable that you're not going to be completely focused on basketball at the time. But if you want some funny commentary on it, go check out BoxStateBoys, man. We had Audie and P-Watt Muse on there, and we talked quite a bit about Josh Giddey, or Josh Kitty, as they would put it. So, that's pretty much the show, everybody. One more time, please go like and subscribe. I'm almost to 1,000 views on last week's clips of the week. So if we can get to 1,000 on this week's, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that very much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope the Nuggets have a wonderful week. We really need this. We are currently 3rd in the division, which is such a fucking weird place to be. We're behind Minnesota and Oklahoma City right now. That it does not sit right with me. I hope that doesn't sit right with Nikola Jokic and the rest of those guys, because that is not how the world should be working right now. Without further ado, though, you guys have a great week. I love you. Thank you for joining me here on Talkin Box State. Peace.